So greatest common factor, also known as highest common factor, is the greatest number which is divisible by two or more numbers, which is a factor of two or more numbers. So highest common factor is same as GCF. So this, for example, we have two numbers. One is 180 and one is 144. So what is the greatest factor of these two numbers which is divisible by both of them? So that will be the greatest common factor. So why we use greatest common factor and in what situations we need this? This concept can be used for numbers as in this example and can also be used for algebraic terms. When we are solving equations in algebra for any unknown term x or any other variable, so during those solution procedures, during those solution methods, sometimes we have to factorize. And during the factorization process, we have to take commons. And when we take common, we want to take the maximum number which is common between two numbers or between two algebraic terms. So these are the different situations where we find this concept helpful and this method helpful to quickly find out the greatest number which is common between two numbers or between two algebraic terms. So in this lecture, we will talk about numbers, how to find the greatest common factor between two or more numbers. And then later in the lecture, we will discuss how to find the greatest common factor between two algebraic terms. So I am mentioning both these concepts side by side so you can understand that the same concept of HCF can be used in two different scenarios. Coming towards the number, there are many methods to find the greatest common factors between numbers. So there are many methods. No method is good or bad. Whatever you like, you can use any of these methods. Whichever you find easiest, you can use that method and you will get the same result. But there are situations when one method will be a little bit more easy to use. So I will try to highlight those things. So the first method is finding the GCF using the prime factors. And we have already discussed prime factors, how to find prime factors, and you can see it in any of the previous lectures. So for example, we have two numbers, 180 and 144, and we have to find the greatest common factor between these two numbers. So by using the prime factor, what we do is we find all the prime factors of two numbers first. So 180, you can use it separately and later I will explain how you can use this simultaneously. So find the prime factors of 180, divide by 2 first, we get 90, then still divisible by 2, so we get 45, 5 plus 4 is 9, which is divisible by 3, so the number is divisible by 3, 15, 5 plus 1, 6, divisible by 3, so the number is divisible by 3, 5, and then we get 1 at the end. When we get 1 at the end, we are done. So these are the factors, prime factors of 180. So we can write here 180 is equal to 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3 and 5. Now we find the prime factors of 144 in the similar manner. So 2, 18, 2, 9, 3, 3 and 3, 1. So we write down these factors here. 2 4 times, then 2 3, 2 times 3. This is 144. So now the greatest common factor, first we have to find the common factors. So this 2 is common in both, this 2 is common in both. Now this 3 and these 3, you can just mark it like this so you don't make any mistake. This 3 with this 3. So now we have 4 common factors. So our greatest common factor, because if these are the factors which are common, so the greatest common factor will be the multiple of these 4 numbers. So we multiply these 2 from this pair, 2 from the second pair, 3 from this pair and 3 from this pair. 2 into 2, 4 into 3, 12 into 3, 36. So 36 is the answer. So very easy. You just find the prime numbers of these two numbers or more numbers, and then you multiply all the common factors and get the greatest common factor. So this method, when there are only two numbers, you can do it separately. When there are more than two numbers, I will explain next how to deal more than two numbers using the same method